Sandoval High School just a short time ago. Well, wrestling fans, we're joining this match in progress. As you can see, the introductions have been done, and this was a wild one. We're talking about the big man himself, the Big Texan, squaring off against Strictly Business. That's right, Strictly Business, Brandon Barretta. And the unique thing about this match was it's kind of the teacher and the student. The Big Texan had a lot to do with the beginning of the career of Brandon Barretta, and that's kind of what they're doing right now. I was sitting at ringside and was hearing them jaw-jacking back and forth, and now you see it starts to break down. Brandon Barretta and now the Texan trying to figure out who can move each other. Of course, Brandon Barretta giving up a size difference to the Big Texan, and you see the Texan waving that big right hand that he delivers that lariat with. And once again, Brandon comes off and tries a shoulder tackle, but he's not going to move the mountain of a man, the Big Texan. And fans, this match took place at the Sandoval High School, where we once again came and helped them with their annual fundraiser. Brandon once again comes off and gets met with a big shoulder tackle and then bounces back off, and now the Texan backs him into that corner. This was a match that everybody was talking about. Oh, but right there, Texan charges in. Brandon catches him with that knee. Now climbs up to that middle rope as the Texan stumbles around, and it's Brandon comes off, but the big man catches him in midair and tosses him back over his head, and that knocked the wind out of Brandon. He's got to be thinking right now, did I bite off more than I can chew here? Brandon Barretta making a name for himself all over in OVW, in the NWA, and any of the other promotions that he's working for. But tonight, he met his match right here in Sandoval, Illinois, as he puts on the headlock on the Big Texan. But there, he just picks him up and tosses him off like a sack of flour. And right there, Barretta laying through that middle rope and told me, he said, man, what's going on? Well, you wanted it, and you got it. Referee Nick Rednar are going to have his hands full here in this match, I can tell you. Texan backs him into that corner. He winds up a big punch to the midsection. Fans, you are going to see here during the course of this match and in the end why on Saturday night, October the 4th, when we return to the Belle Claire Fairgrounds, why I have signed just this past week a match between Strictly Business Brandon Barretta and the SICW Classic champion Bobby D, and the title will be on the line. But right now it's Brandon Barretta. He tries to whip Texan out of that ring, but out of that corner, but no, he holds on a second time. And Brandon's saying, come on now, what's going on here? A big right hand delivered, and that's where he busted the lip of the Texan with that big right hand, and now you have just awakened a sleeping giant. Texan now pushes Brandon back over into that corner and just tosses him out of there, and that whole ring shook. And now, he's setting him up, and now Brandon comes to his senses and sees it, and he says, no, I'm a little bit smarter than that. I have felt that lariat before, and I know other wrestlers that have been the victim of that lariat, and he scooted right out underneath that bottom rope. And now he's just taking a little walk around, but now the Texan says, wait a minute, you want to take it outside on the floor, on the gymnasium floor here at Sandoval High School? Guess what? I'm the man to do it with. As you see him coming around the left side of the ring there, Texan catches up with him, and Brandon thinks it's the referee telling him to get back in the ring. Right now down in front of us, but Brandon saying, come on, I'll get back in there when I want to get back in there, not knowing the referee's job is to stay in the ring. And now he turns around and he's met face on with the Big Texan. Now slams his head into the announcer's table. This Destiny got out of the way real quick, and so did I. Both of them right in front of us there. And now he backs Brandon. Pushes him around the steps. Now right in front of the camera. And now what's Texan going to do? Brandon trying to fight his way back. There, ooh, a double thrust to the throat. And now, ooh, that big chop delivered on the Texan. But look at it, didn't even phase him. Now, Texan with a big punch to the midsection. Rams his head into the steps. And there's that big ham hock that he delivers. And that echoed through the entire gymnasium. Texan breaks the count out. Breaks it up by getting half in and half out. But once again, introduces the head to the ring apron of Brandon Barretta. Now he tosses him back inside. So fans, don't forget, Saturday night, October the 4th, we return to the historic Belle Claire Fairgrounds. We've been out of there for several months as the construction has been taking place, and they still have some going on, but they have made room for SICW to return. There you see Brandon comes off with a big knee and finds its mark on the big Texan. Also signed for a match on Saturday, October the 4th, between the ladies. That's right, Lilith Khan, the Smana Khan, will be locked inside of a steel cage as she takes on Miss Hyde. That's right, they are going to go at it one more time, and there must be a winner. They will be locked inside of that cage, and there will be a winner. These two have fought all over. They were at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. They was in Collinsville, Illinois. It started off at the Fan Fest in May of this last year, and now it's going to end up right there at the Belle Claire Fairgrounds inside of a steel cage match on Saturday night, October the 4th. And now you see Brandon Barretta back on the attack, a big upper forearm delivered on the Texan. Big judo chop delivered. These men are fighting inside, outside, all over the gymnasium. Brandon now climbing up the rope, back up the steps, getting inside. Texan trying to get to his feet. Strictly business. Up on that second rope, comes off with that double axe handle and a big right hand. And now starts to put the boots to the big Texan as he's down on his knees. And fans, don't forget, you heard me talk at the beginning, SICW road trip. We'll be going back to the Worldwide Technology Raceway next weekend, September the 27th, for the NHRA races. We're going to be going to Fairmont City, Illinois, Breeze, Illinois, Troy, Illinois, Swansea, Illinois. Check out our website, www.sicw.org, and all of our new platforms. We're on YouTube. You wanted us on Instagram. You'll see that's where we all are. No reason why you're not following the best in professional wrestling when you see those four letters, SICW, Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling. You can see the crowd we brought into Sandoval, Illinois. And this is one of the matches why the big Texan and strictly business Brandon Barretta. Right there, referee Nick Rednire keeping a close eye on this one because he knows what Brandon Barretta is capable of. He is not making a name for himself in this business by always abiding by the rules, but Texan picks him up and just manhandles him, pushes him back into that far corner, and delivers some more of those big right hands. And now he whips him out of the corner over to the other one. But oh, Brandon comes out and catches him with a clothesline. But Texan's holding his own. Barretta runs in and clobbers him to the back of the neck. And now what starts to whip him, but it's a reversal. A reverse elbow. But look at how quick Brandon gets back up. I'm not sure if he even knows where he's at. He is staggering around, but you got to give this young man credit. He is a no-give-up, no-quit individual. Oh, look at this side saddle by the big Texan. 1, 2, and I thought that was it. But strictly business, Brandon Barretta reached down inside and managed to get that shoulder up just in the nick of time. There was nothing but pure fight in this young man. And now at this point in time, the big Texan's got to be saying, you know, did I teach him everything? As I said early on, this was the teacher and the student, basically, at the Ace Wrestling Academy, where the big Texan and people like Sean Vincent and with coaches there teaching these youngsters, people like Brandon Barretta, Joey Vanetti, people like that. And now they are out taking what they learned and traveling the countryside. And that's what brought Brandon Barretta here tonight in this match against the big man, the big Texan.
Ready to transform your space with the ultimate indoor comfort? Della is rated.
Once again, Texan backs him into the corner, measures him up. Ooh, and what a big open palm slap that was, a chop to the chest. And now he runs in and delivers that cross body. And that takes Brandon down to the canvas. Brandon in the corner, and Texan moves in once again. And he whips him over near the corner, but nobody at home. And from behind, he wraps him up. 1, 2, 3. And just that quick, Brandon Barretta gets a victory over the big Texan. Fans, don't go away. We're going to take a commercial break. And after this commercial, we're going to take a look back at some of the action from Collinsville,